Welcome home. Welcome home, everyone. It's so good to see you all. It's so good to be back. What a trial I have been through as a person. Hornet, hello, my dear. Welcome home. Let's talk, shall we? Hi. Hi, everyone. Welcome home. So, my power was out for 5 days. And it's because lightning didn't just strike my house. It also struck 2 of the poles that provide energy to my house. So it was just an extremely, extremely unlucky event that was combined with a area-wide outage. So it was a chaos of logistics and trying to get everything together. But I'm back. I was supposed to stream this on Monday. I feel bad that I wasn't able to. So we're doing it today instead. Welcome home, everyone. Welcome home to Spirit. Welcome home, Timmy. Welcome home, Snake. Welcome home, Shar. Hi. What's up? Welcome home, Archivist. Hello to our YouTube friends. Hi. Because of the multiple day energy outage, a lot of things are behind schedule right now. So I just ask that you all bear with me. And this is really the first break that I'm getting in the past 24 hours that I have had electricity. So I'm really glad that I'm getting to just unwind for a bit and play something. I don't know much of anything about this game other than a lot of my friends like it. And that's what we're going in with. I'm going to be mostly focusing on the game this stream. I apologize. I have a headache. So if I'm not very high energy, it's because I genuinely just, I want to sit back and have a good time with you all and enjoy this game because it looks beautiful. Speaking of it looking beautiful, I want to show you guys. You ready to see it? Oh, also, before I tab over, I don't know about the audio levels on my end, so if we tab over and I turn the music on and it deafens all of you, please scream. Please and thank you. Okay. Here we are. Isn't it pretty? Look at how pretty it is. Just like the menu screen. Look at how pretty. I love it. I just want us all to appreciate it for a moment. I'm going to take the elevator down. I'm going to go... Whoop. It does look very Fablecore. I agree. I agree. That's probably the reason why I'm so excited. This seems very up my alley. And I was idling earlier, and there was like a cinematic that played. And I was like, what is this? And I don't know how I made it happen. And it was really pretty. I just had the game open, idling. It can be turned up a few notches. Let me see if that's something I can do. Okay. Fun fact. It just turned all the way up on my mixer. So we will have to go into the game itself and adjust it here. And I'm gonna kind of try to emulate. It's good here? Okay. Okay. If it becomes overwhelming at any point, you will let me know. Oh, it's very, very loud for me. Hold on. Let me turn it down on my end. The great thing about my mixer is that I can turn games down for me, but I don't have to turn it down for you all. So you all can still have the experience that is intended. Oh. Don't deafen myself either. No, I'm not. I promise I'm not. Mostly. I'm mostly not. Does your mixer do smoothies? No, I'm afraid it only does audio inputs. I do have a Ninja blender, though. That does smoothies. Oh, we're gonna get to see it. Okay, this is low-key why I was waiting. I wanted you guys to see this. It's very pretty. Look at it. Oh my god, I'm in love. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh my god. I love this aesthetic. Oh, let me... Sorry, VTuber in the way. Oh god, I just, the gold and the black and how, like, sleek and eclectic it looks. It's so pretty. This is the kind of aesthetic I want to wrap myself up into. I want to become this aesthetic. I'm glad we idled long enough for this to play again. The first time it was a jump scare. This time I'm so happy we get to see it twice. So pretty. I'm such a fan. We haven't even played the game. I don't know anything about it. The beautiful art. Look at them. It's so beautiful. I love it. Hi, Spice. Welcome home. I know, it's so good. It's so well done. Okay. All right. I'm glad that we got to see that. I think it was worth the wait. It was very, very pretty. I'm getting myself ready to read. When your girl reads, you know she goes in. I'm adjusting myself. I'm getting comfortable, as you all should too. Are we ready? Are we ready to start a new adventure? I don't know why I keep asking you guys. You guys are the ones waiting on me. You're like, Fable, start the game. I know how it works here. Dax is ready. Oh, we're gonna get to see it again? No, it's okay. You don't have to do it again. I am stalling. I'm stalling because my tummy's a little upset. And I don't want to start reading when my tummy's upset. Even the game is impatient. The game is like, hurry up or I'm gonna play the thing again. My bad. I'm sorry. Let's start. Content warning. Oh, thank goodness. We all carry scars with us, wounds that have healed with time, but that might be sensitive. That's a beautiful way of putting it. This is a story that may touch on some of those wounds. A tale that covers attempted kidnapping and stalking. A tale that contains mild language, mild violence, and mild explicit content. While it is not our intent to inflict harm through this story, we caution you to know your boundaries and the wounds you may carry. Beautiful way of putting it. Thank you. Thank you for that beautiful content warning. Content warning. The game. The world you've come to is different now. In an era long past, dragons roamed these lands, masters of the ether, harbingers of justice, keepers of peace. In an era long past, humans roamed these lands, but these beings were different than the ones of today. These beings were selfish, ignorant, destructive. Thrust into a land beyond their control, humans created a magic of their own, one built of their own cunning. They called it technology. Technology was powerful, so powerful, it rivaled even the might of their dragon protectors. But their magic had a price. Unable to harness the power of the ether, human magic stole from that of nature. Stop! Monster! How could you do this? Ah! What have we done? Chaos descended. Darkness spread through the land, poisoning the hearts of many. Until hope became a luxury few could afford. On a still, moonlit night, a ritual was conducted. One with the power to reverse the destruction that ravaged these lands. But it came at a terrible cost. And so marked the end of an era, and with it, the end of a powerful species. That's right. In an era long past, dragons roamed these lands, masters of aether, harbingers of justice, keepers of peace. But these beings are no more. And in exchange for their noble sacrifice, all others were slowly able to recover. And recover they did. What's this? Hey, look. Magic? Could it be? In an era long past, humans roamed these lands. These beings were selfish, ignorant, destructive. But these beings were different from the ones of today. For you see, the dragons of lore left behind more than peace. They left behind their magic. Magic that humans could now access. With these newfound powers at their fingertips, humans carried on the legacy of peace left behind by the dragons. Thus began the dawn of a new age. At least, this is how the story of the world is told. And you? Stumbling before me, still so full of potential, how do you play into all of this? I see you do not even have a name yet. Oh? You do have a name? Very well. What is it? I am Story. Story. How strange. Then I shall know you as Story. And how does one refer to you in this world? I am a she/her. That's all. Excellent. I am all the more wiser now. And how would you like others to view you? I'm feminine. I see. So would it be right to say Story prefers feminine terms and goes by she/her? Is this right? This cannot be changed later. Yep. Very good. Did you know? Humans believe the personality to be a mighty force, shaping much of their experience. Did I say it like that, Spirit? I don't know why that got me. That got me. Yep. I didn't even realize I said it like that. Okay, I'm sorry, I got the giggles. Oh. Humans believe the personality to be a mighty force, shaping much of their experience, their interactions, their relationships. Will you choose to be brave? Kind? Wise? Charismatic? Or perhaps a blend? At times when it is unclear, there may be resources to aid you. You see, I have a gift, a codex, if you will. This codex may guide you during the moments of confusion. Simply hover over the terms of this age, and you will deduce their meanings. Would you like a demonstration? Very well, let us practice. A term often used in this age is energy. I hope this tool is of use to you. Keep it as a gift from me to you. Oh, you doubt my goodwill? How amusing. You are wise for your age. So be it. You have seen through me. In exchange for this present, entertain me a while longer. Dawn approaches, and I find myself having many questions about you. Let's start with something simple. Who do you aspire to be? Oh my god. Little do they know, I have 3 jobs. I aspire to be all 3 of them. But if we're going strictly off of the role that I play in Final Fantasy XIV, I'd have to say healer. How I judge a lot of my life decisions. Would I do this in Final Fantasy XIV? It tells me all I need to know about anything. Healer. How kind. If we had more who cared for others like you, the world would be a better place. Interesting. I feel I know you better already. Another question, then. What terrifies you? Rejection, loss, or helplessness? I would have to say helplessness, because rejection or loss are something I deal with a lot, and I don't fear them anymore. Like, it's fine. Far poorer soul would I be had I not learned the value of both love and loss, as I have said many times before. There's nothing worse than being faced with your own powerlessness during moments of adversity. But perhaps we should talk more of hopeful things. Tell me, what do you long for? Legacy, belonging, freedom? Well, if it's me, I would rule out legacy. Belonging and freedom, I think it depends on the condition of the belonging or the freedom. They're kind of two ends of the same scale, right? Belonging is great, but you can be easily manipulated. Freedom is wonderful, but you can find yourself lonely. So, like, if I could put my own word in here, I would say stability. But given recent events, I guess I would have to say freedom. Yeah, I think I'd say freedom. So often people feel trapped by the norms and natural laws around them. To live freely, however you desire, must be liberating. Oh, to live freely however you desire must be liberating. Your wish is inspiring. May you find it one day. Strength will be needed for this journey of yours. Fortunately, I see great strength within you. But none of us are without weakness. What may be a personal obstacle on your way? What may be a personal obstacle on your way to your aspirations? I think if my mods were to answer this question for me. Can I get a mod to confirm in chat? Yeah, it is my it is very Fable Snow of me. Smash. Spirit says, smash that button. I don't know that I really fear others' perception. Maybe like on a grand scale, I fear others' perception. But on an individual scale, it's fine. I know I'm strange. But I do struggle with unyielding stubbornness. I'm incredibly stubborn, but I'm incredibly stubborn in my tendency to self-sacrifice. So I think we have our answer. To care for loved ones is a common experience, and yet being a martyr is not as noble as people make it out to be. Boy, is that true. Remember, you are just as important as your loved ones. And this has been enjoyable. What a pleasure to learn more about you. Personality is fascinating. It can embody such varying traits. For you, it seems bravery is important. You remind me of the heroes of lore. But perhaps you perceive yourself differently. Tell me, how would you describe yourself? I think, so I've had a lot of conversations recently. Sorry, I'm moving my mouse pad. I had a lot of conversations recently about how, like, I'm compassionate to a fault. How sometimes I tend to be so forgiving and so empathetic. That's to my detriment. So personally, just based off of the conversations I've had recently, I would say compassionate. But I think everything but courageous. could apply for me. Sorry, I needed a moment. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with compassionate. I see. Thank you for answering my questions. It has been enlightening. I look forward to seeing what this life has in store for you. Chapter 1. A New Dawn. Oh, thank you, Timmy. It's very sweet. No overworking yourself, got it? You need to take it easy. That's rich coming from you. Slander from my favorite patient. Unbelievable. Look, all I'm saying is that we don't want things getting worse, right? Take it slow for a couple of days. After that, you'll be good as new. Yes, story. There we go. Then I'll be going. Of course. Hopefully, our next session is the last one. The patient left, right as I got a message on my communicator. Oh, this UI. I was having a moment. Okay. Mom says... What is this? What is this? Can I press these? No, I can't press these. I can't press any of this. Okay. Am I coming home soon? Yes. Yes. Finally. Another long day? Another long day. I heard the energy crisis has been getting worse. It must be. I've never been this busy. Hopefully they find a solution soon. You can say that again. Well, I'm wrapping up dinner now. You can tell me all about it over some food. Can't wait. Are you going to be passing by the grocery store on your way back? Why? Do you think you can pick up some eggs? Sure. Thanks, babe. Be home soon. Okay, be safe. There have been more overtaken incidents. I will. Love you. Love you too. As I put my communicator away, my muscles ached with exhaustion. I stifled my groan. Maybe I shouldn't have said I'll pick those eggs up. My muscles cry out in pain once more as I packed away the last of my supplies. And I groaned out loud this time. Okay, quick recap. This is a world in which there were once dragons and very cruel humans. And I believe the humans sacrificed the dragons and now possess magic at the price of the dragons. And then we had a very long personality quiz with a unnamed, unknown narrator. Well, not very long. It was just very long because I was narrating it. It was a perfectly adequately spaced, lengthed quiz. Be a healer, they said. You'll always have job security, they said. I need a vacation. A hot shower. A warm meal. My sweet, sweet bed. They're all just a couple of blocks away. Yes, so close. Yet so... Ugh. Huh? Electric air, the smell of ozone. Energy so concentrated it tasted acrid. And overtaken. My heart rate quickened as I stared into the inhuman void of their eyes, at the blurred outline of their silhouette. If I move carefully, maybe I can still... Ah! Hands reached for me. Energy and the air crackled closer than before. Probably duck. Okay, hold on. Let's have one of these. Okay. We're gonna duck and kick their feet out. I tackled them to the ground. Pinning their arms back, I pressed against the overtaken and scanned their body. Where are you? Where are you? Waves of energy rolled off of them, hiding the root of the irregularities, the reason for their overtaken state. Come on. Sharp, electric energy zipped past me, narrowly missing my left cheek. There. Near their left shoulder, their iridescent energy bubbled, different from everywhere else. I held my hand over it. Don't worry. This will be over fast. Just work with me here. Or don't. I channeled my energy towards their shoulder. The familiar warm energy of my magic radiated from my hand. Slowly, mine intertwined with theirs, until the bubbling settled. The overtaken relaxed, the sharp bolts of electricity ceasing soon after. Cautiously, I released them as I shifted my focus to their vitals. Everything seems stable. The overtaken incidents are really rising. This is the 5th one I've run into just this month. Where are they coming from?
Please, step away from that person.
I jumped at the commanding voice and turned to see 2 people rushing towards me. Drakes? Already? Usually I'm out of here by the time they arrive. But on second glance, I could tell these 2 were different. Dragon horns. I can't remember the last time I saw someone with a physical manifestation of energy. Strength emanated from him, almost overwhelmingly so, from the self-assuring way he carried himself to his towering frame to his deep emerald energy. And his partner was no less intriguing. A kaleidoscope of energy, from rubied reds to sapphire blues, followed their every movement. I've never seen such a complex aura.
Are you hurt?
I'm a little tired, but otherwise fine. I just got off work, so the last thing I wanted to run into was an overtaken, am I right?
You seem to be rather calm right now. Overtaken are quite dangerous. Most find themselves overwhelmed when encountering one.
Caution slowed his speech, sharpened his gaze. Were they suspicious of me? And I felt myself stepping back under their scrutiny. The first time I encountered one I was, but after the 5th overtaken, you learn your way around them.
5? What's your secret? Man, we need someone like you at Central.
It's true. Many of our own drakes struggle holding their own against the overtaken. A drake? No, I think you guys have the wrong idea.
What do you mean?
I'm a healer, so I'm less fighting the overtaken and more healing them, I guess.
You heal them?
In a way. I can't explain how it works myself, but as far as I can tell, I'm able to stabilize them. That way, by the time help comes, like you 2, they're more subdued.
I didn't even know Overtaken could be healed. I thought once they enter that state, they have to be knocked out. And sometimes, even that's not enough.
I wasn't aware of this either. I wouldn't be surprised if you were actually the only person who knew this.
Hope I'm not.
Healing them. This could change everything about how we deal with the Overtaken.
He gestures towards the Overtaken.
Do you mind if I take a look?
No, go ahead. As I stepped aside, he knelt and surveyed the Overtaken with a surprising amount of expertise.
Interesting. Their vitals are normal. And there's no sign of serious injuries. Excuse us for a moment. What do you think? This might help with the Overtaken crisis.
No. I'm tired.
It's just one person, though. And what if it's a fluke?
I'm with him. Let the woman sleep.
They said they've healed at least 5 Overtaken. Etsa might know what to do with them.
No one has to do anything with me. Don't you worry.
They'd probably go crazy over this. You think this healer will help us, though?
You guys are making a lot of decisions for me right now. What are those two whispering about over there? It's like they're planning my destiny.
Only one way to find out.
Oh dear.
True. All right. Let's ask.
I have an idea on how to convince them.
Oh dear.
Huh? Wait, no, Kane!
The red-haired Drake fixed their gaze on me, eyes glimmering.
Usually, I prefer to get to know someone before requesting so much. But we could use someone like you at Central. Your approach is certainly more effective than what we've been doing. Of course, we'd do everything in our power to make it worth your while.
Ah! Ruby's strands grazed my shoulder. Their breath tickled my ear as they whispered to me.
I'm sure we could reach an arrangement that would make everyone happy.
I could hear the smile in their voice. They were enjoying this. Blood rushed to my cheeks and my face. Neck and ears felt impossibly hot. My breath hitched, head dizzied, heart rate quickened. But I couldn't look away. And their golden eye entranced me. They chuckled, and the sound of it sent shivers through me.
How cute.
The dark-haired Drake cleared his throat loudly. After an eternity, the red-haired man drew away. I almost didn't want him to. With a playful wink, he signaled the end to whatever had passed between us, and I refocused on their earlier offer. Hi, Nova. Welcome home. Thank you so much. I'm doing a lot better. My power is back on, and I am in the AC, and I love it. I love being cool and hydrated. Back to the matter at hand. I'd love to help, but I'd be lying if I said my hands weren't already full with my own patients. To add healing, all the Overtaken on top of that.
We're not asking you to heal all the Overtaken.
Right, we would never demand such a thing. Just one meeting. That's all we ask.
I don't know. That's all you need from me. Really?
Well, if you want to give us more, we'll take it.
Sure.
But if not, our experts could learn something from you.
Oh, well, if it's just a meeting, I think I can swing that.
Of course. That's more than we could ever hope for.
The horn Drake crouched near the Overtaken, eyeing it before shifting to pick it up. Oh, do you need help?
No worries, I got it.
He placed his arms underneath the body and with one motion effortlessly lifted the overtaken off the ground. Oh, he makes it look so easy.
Do you normally carry these on your own after you've knocked them out?
No, not usually.
So, then what do you usually do?
Well, usually I didn't want to finish that sentence, especially not after watching him pick up the overtaken like it was a stuffed animal. But now I had started to answer. I had to see this through. Say it like it's the most normal, logical thing in the world. Then he won't even bat a lash. Well, you see... Usually I just leave them there. It almost worked. For a second, he nodded, as if it was normal to leave unconscious overtaken in the alleys. But then realization settled in as he processed my words. Listen. Hi, Kenna. Welcome home. I hope you're doing well. His body shook with laughter as I tried to explain myself. You wouldn't believe how long my days are, and usually there's a Drake somewhere close by. Sorry if I... His laughter only grew, and I knew no defense in the world could save me now.
Drook, you're being rude.
Yeah, Drook. After being scolded by his fellow Drake, Drook's laughter slowly subsided.
Pardon my partner's rudeness.
Am I a Valco girly? I could rant. I could rant for hours about the whole Valco situation. I really could. I wouldn't say I'm a Valco girly, but I am pro Valco. That's what I would say. I like him. He wouldn't be my main ally, but I like him. I want him in the game.
My rudeness? You're the one getting all up in their business, Kane.
I didn't see any complaints on their end. We can take this overtaken with us and handle things from here. But if you are free right now, we could also try and meet with Kimura.
I am not free. I have eggs. I'm not free. Eggs need me. You want me to meet with Central now? And with Kimura at that, they didn't even mention anything about the Central's leader.
Ah, don't worry. We won't let him bite. Just follow us, and you'll be golden. Hopefully your bad luck with the overtaken won't rub off on us.
No promises.
Do we get the pleasure of knowing our local hero's name?
I'm Story. Give me 1 second, guys. And you two are Kane and Drook.
Bingo.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
As we walked, my muscle soreness, previously forgotten, returned with a vengeance. I sighed, acutely aware that my long day was about to be even longer. Goodbye, bed. I'll only be gone for a little more. I can't believe I'm meeting with Kimura right now, and on such short notice. How highly ranked are these two Drakes? I saw it myself. Story heals the overtaken. But the point remains. Perhaps we've been approaching the crisis all wrong. If the overtaken are meant to be healed and not subdued, I understand. And Story, this was your 5th encounter with an overtaken. Oh, yes, sir. No need to be so formal. 5th encounter this month, she said. Just this month. then your approach must be effective. She also leaves the overtaken in alleys. You didn't have to mention that part. Yes, now that I think about it, I do remember reports of unconscious overtaken being found in alleys. Guilty. We were hoping Etsa might be here to make sense of Story's process, but it seems they're out. Yes, I believe they mentioned checking on one of the nearby springs. Oh yeah, that was happening today. They're as busy as usual, I see. Is Etsa the expert you mentioned earlier? Our crowning jewel at Central. Etsa is the head of our wyverns. They've now been the most directly involved with the overtaken crisis. Seeing as they're not here today, would you be able to come in another day? Apologies, Story. After we dragged you here and everything. No, it's fine. Just let me know when Etsa's free. I'm sure we can work something out. Here's our contact information. We'll shoot you a message when we hear from Etsa. I nodded in response, as the others ended the morning. Meeting, even. It's not morning, it's far from morning. As I finally made my way home, I reflected on my spontaneous meeting with Central. So I'll be helping the head of wyverns. But I'm just some self-taught healer. What could I be doing so differently from our town's official healers? Whatever the difference in our process, Kane and Drook seemed to think it could hold critical information. I guess one meeting won't hurt. Worst case scenario, it doesn't make a difference. Best case scenario, it helps the overtaken crisis. If I can change things for the better, why wouldn't I?
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Uh-huh. Behind me stood a shadowed figure clothed in the shadows of night. That was my reaction, Spirit. Hello, man in ear. Moonlight danced off porcelain skin. Sharp, amethyst eyes leered at me. A chill crawled down my back. Who?
I've spent quite a while trying to find you. I hope you plan on making it up to me for all my lost time.
Everything in me screamed, "Run!" I spun around, set on doing just that. They seized my wrist and pulled me against them. Pain shot up my arm. And just as easily as he had helped me from my previous... And just as easily as he had stopped my previous movements, the stranger's hand clamped over my mouth, forcing silence. With barely a breath between us, as though he was part of the shadows themselves, he whispered,
It'll cause a lot of trouble if someone sees me, so I can let you do that. Sorry, little one.
I'm not that little. I'm tall, woman. I'm like 5'8". That's pretty tall for a lady. Anyways, I shut my eyes. There had to be something I could do. But fear drowned out all reason, gripping my heart and refusing to free me from its clutches. Please, somebody, anybody, anything to get me out of here. And then, the universe answered my prayers.
Get down!
Nothing else needed to be said. Energy rushed past us, colliding into my kidnapper. The pressure against my back, around my wrist, and over my mouth disappeared as I burst into a fit of coughs. Grabbing hold of this chance for safety, I pushed them away and ran. I crashed into someone, but rather they were friend or foe. No.
Hey,
Oh,
are you alright?
hi. Lots of men today. Lots of men happening today. I don't know if this is like a normal day for me. Lots of men happening today. Oh, thank you, Archivist. Archivist said, I think the fact you get into these so well, considering how many you play through, it would make you a good VA. That's a really nice compliment. Thank you. I would love to VA sometime, but, you know, I'd have to practice. As I came to my senses, turquoise hair and a matching set of crystal eyes faded in and out of vision. His hands reached for me, before pausing in midair. Who? Wait. The coughing stopped. I turned my gaze back over the alley, only to find an empty street. They are gone.
Looks like they ran away.
I could barely hear him over the sound of my heart thrumming against my eardrums. My head dizzied and ached as the events that had just unfurled sank in. I haven't even gotten my eggs yet! You guys think I've forgotten. I've never forgotten. I would never forget about eggs! Continuing.
Do you know that person?
Nope. He spoke in a quiet tone, not dismissive from the stranger earlier. And yet, his voice was so distinctly different. When the stranger from before spoke in a low, raspy, rushed manner, the man before me now was gentle, clear, tempered. I shook my head. They came out of nowhere. I tried to leave, but they... My voice shook as I spoke.
Are you hurt?
I shook my head again. My words caught in my throat, and I forced myself to speak. I think I'm okay. Just shaken up.
Can you stand or walk? It's probably best if we get you somewhere safer.
I nodded. I didn't want to be here a second longer. The stranger stood and offered his hand to me. I took it, gently pulling myself up. Before stumbling toward the new stranger, my legs shook with adrenaline. Are you really asking me how much I want to invade this man's personal space? I don't even know his name. Did he tell me his name? I don't remember. Did he? No. It said stranger. New stranger. I don't know his name. What? What? Okay. In the game, I'm sleepy and I'm eggless. We're gonna stay here. I made the right decision. As embarrassing as it might be, I'm clearly in no shape to be moving right now. My dizziness slowly settled, and as it did, I could finally register how stiff the stranger was under my touch. And this close, I could see every detail of his flustered expression. And still, he hadn't pushed me away. Sorry, I think I got up too fast. He made a soft noise in acknowledgement, but made no movement beyond that. I stayed there until I no longer needed to, and finally I shifted away. A soft pressure left my lower back, and it was only then that I realized he'd been holding me up this entire time. Red hues continued to dapple his cheeks.
Do you need help getting anywhere? I can walk with you, if you want.
Can you... Eggs. Girl, I need us to have more focus on eggs. That's all I can think about. I think I'm okay. Thank you, though.
If you're close by, I guess that's all right then. I don't want to make you uncomfortable, so...
He shifted his weight, as if unsure. Yeah, I'm sure I'll be fine. That guy seemed pretty shaken up. I don't think I'll be seeing him again anytime soon.
If you think you'll be okay, I'll go. Here, my communicator information, in case you need it.
I got his number! I got his number, guys. I'm so good at the game! I got his number. Okay, anyways. Finier!
I hope you get to where you're going safely.
That's the same. Thanks for everything. He nodded, and I hurried home, wary of running into any more strangers for the night. Just giving you guys a heads up, we're gonna have a 3-minute break here in a moment. When you guys break, I break. So we'll just be chilling, and we won't do anything more until you all are back. I stared at the array of foliage around me. Today, I was scheduled to meet with Etza. But after yesterday's chaos, this morning had been rough. And to add to my misery, I was now completely lost. Where am I? How does anyone get around this place? All the walkways look exactly the same. Did I get the eggs? Oh my god. I don't even know if I got the eggs. We're on a 3-minute break. By the way, we're gonna just chill here for a second. Did I... It says log. Oh, okay. This is everything that happened, but I don't know if eggs... My mom is probably so mad at me. What is love? Oh. Interesting. Oh, Finier really likes me. He likes me 5% more than most of the other men. Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. Current affection point, 6.5. The beginning of a relationship. How will it blossom over time? Have I met them yet? I don't think I've met them. I've met Drook. I haven't met them. I've met, we've met Finier. I met them. I don't think I met them. We haven't met... I'm gonna have to listen to them say their own names. I haven't met them. I haven't met them. And them. There's 3 of them I haven't met. Stats? Oh! Okay. So I am very kind, kind of wise, kind of brave, not very charismatic. I like that my choice to lay on Finier was wise. Very wise of me to do that, to lay on the man. Girl, I feel you. Very wise indeed. I love these little moods. These moods are so nice. Is that it? We have love, stats, log. Is this the same? Okay, yeah. Okay. Same. Nice. Oh my god, you guys are never gonna believe who just added me on Discord. A bot! Yay! I love talking to bots. Yahoo! Let me do big stretch. Since we're on our 3-minute. I have, a pink drink from Starbucks. I've gotten addicted to them recently. I don't drink them a lot because they're kind of high in sugar, I think, anyways. Yeah, they're kind of high in sugar. But I do like them. I like that they're pink. I enjoy that feature of the pink drink. But only second to the flavor, which is nice. I really like strawberries. And we're back. Hi. Welcome home, everyone. Welcome back to the story, to the game, to the story, to ALARIS. I like saying the name. ALARIS. It's a nice name. It's a nice name to name. Moving on. How does anyone get around this place? All the walkways look the same. What did Kane say about finding Etza's office? I reread his instructions, but at this point, I was too lost in Central's labyrinth for it to help. Ugh. Kimura said Etza was the head of Wyverns, too. I didn't want to disappoint someone so important, especially as my first impression. But at this rate... No, it's okay. I still have some time before I'm late. No need to freak out. This feels a little bit like when I'm playing maps in Final Fantasy XIV. And all my friends are always like, always to the left, to the left. Nah, I go the right way. Hello, can I help you? Oh. Another kind soul offered me directions. Maybe this time it would actually lead me to Etza's office. I turned. Actually, only to stand face to face with an ethereal beauty. Long, lavish robes hung elegantly from a tall, slender figure. White, glistening hair perfectly framed, striking aquamarine eyes. I stood in awe. This was no ordinary kind soul. This was an angel. The angel's brows furrowed slightly. Can I help you? Oh. I snapped out of my trance. What is wrong with me? Hi. I'm supposed to meet with Etza. Do you happen to know where I can find them? You must be Story. How did they know my name? Are they actually an angel? Noticing the surprised look on my face, they chuckled a smooth, alluring laugh. I nearly fell for them all over again. Sorry, allow me to start over. I'm Etza. This angel was Etza? It's an honor to finally meet. I've heard so much about you. You've heard about me? If Duke told them how I leave the overtaken alleys, I swear to... You're a bit of a household name around here. Story, the healer whose powers rival even our head wyvern. And to think you've even healed the overtaken. It's an honor. Etza bowed, a gesture befitting their elegant demeanor. I'll back. Bow back so quick! So quick! I returned the gesture, as if on instinct, and bowed back. Hopefully, it looked as graceful on me as it did on them. Please, I'm just doing my best to help. There's no need to treat me as someone so... special. My heart skipped a beat when Etza met my gaze. The stories I've heard would disagree. But if that's what would make you feel more comfortable, I'm happy to oblige. Etza turned, gesturing for me to follow them. Come, I'll show you where we're to meet. Good thing Etza showed up. I was about to head down the wrong hallway again. I told you guys, right is right. Right is in the name. It's in the name. You gotta go right for that. We seemingly made an endless amount of turns. Yeah. There's no way I would have found this on my own. Thank you for saving me, Etza. What was that? Oh, nothing. Oh, Etza, I've been looking for you. Etza, about the other day. Thank you so much for your help. My son has been feeling... As we made our way to their office, I couldn't help but notice the attention Etza received. Calling it overwhelming would be an understatement. Do they deal with this all the time? And yet, they hardly skipped a beat as they murmured words of acknowledgement to everyone we passed. Then their crystalline eyes turned to meet mine. Here we are. I stepped inside, and everything from today's worries to yesterday's fatigue to burdens I'd forgotten I carried melted away. In this place, there was only peace. Would you like something to drink? Could I have... tea. Tea seems appropriate. Also, why is water not an option? Drink water, guys. Soda. You think Etza has Dr. Pepper? I like some blackberry Dr. Pepper. Give me a dirty Dr. Pepper. Dirty, hold on. When you put coffee creamer into your soda, that is what I mean. That's what that means. Okay, moving on. We're gonna say tea. They nodded before returning to make themselves a cup of tea. Thank you for the hydrate, Timmy. Thank you for taking care of your streamer. Oh my god, I almost choked on my water. They nodded before turning to make themselves a cup of tea. Your office. Do you like it? I've never felt anything like it. It's like it was made to calm me down. In a way, it was. Their musical chuckle rang through the air. I could feel myself getting addicted to the sound of it. I've spent a long time getting my office to feel, well, less like an office and more like me. Whatever they had done, it worked. The way the energy in here moved, softly and delicately, echoed Etza's own demeanor. Here. They handed my drink to me, and I thanked them as we both sat at their desk. So, tell me about your experience with the Overtaken. Well, in just the past month, I've encountered 5 Overtaken. I picked up some self-defense over the years. As a healer, I'm sure you can relate to the occupational hazard. Patients that lash out subconsciously, whether from the pain or the utter confusion, I can only imagine how many times Etza has experienced that as a wyvern. Right. And this aids you in your process. Well, usually, when an Overtaken attacks, I can subdue them, at least. That's when I try to identify where their energy is off. And by off, you mean... Most of the time, the energy looks erratic, unstable. It's not flowing naturally, or it's heavily concentrated in one area. Sometimes it's moving weird, or it seems to be disconnected from the person. You can see it. And cue the weird look everyone gives me. Right, I know it sounds strange, but I can see energy. I braced myself for that look of disbelief, unease, and judgment. The one people always give me when they found out I could see energy. But Etta's gaze held none of the animosity I'd come to expect. Instead, their eyes glimmered with something akin to excitement, wonder. Actually, I understand. I'm the exact same. Wait, really? Well, I can't see energy, but I can sense it. Shifts in energy, the flow of it, I can feel it all. It's how I was able to attune my office. I've never met anyone who's been able to do the same. I haven't either. Anyway, I tell people, and they look at me like I'm crazy. Exactly. Silence extended between us. My heart raced at finding someone just like me. I wasn't sure if Etza felt the same, but as they held me in their gaze, I couldn't help but hope. Eventually, they looked away and cleared their throat. So your vision helps you with healing the overtaken? It helps me see the areas of instability, yes. Instability? Story, have you ever been to a spring by chance? No, I've never had a chance to visit one. Why? No, nothing then. I've already inconvenienced you with this meeting. I don't want to burden you anymore. What is it? You can tell me. I'm here to help. It has to do with the energy crisis. Sorry. As you may know, the springs have grown more unstable over time. It's affected everything, from our magic to our way of life. Yeah, I've been seeing an increase in patients because of it. As have we. It's just a theory. I've yet to establish enough evidence for it. But I think the overtaken and energy crisis might be connected. I would agree with that. I think that sounds logical. Wait, seriously? But if that's the case... My head dizzied at the revelation. These were our two greatest crises, both of which we knew next to nothing about. Are you saying the energy crisis is responsible for the overtaken? I can't speak on the exact nature of their relationship, but I do think there's some kind of connection there. I see. Is that why you went to the spring yesterday? How did you know I was at the spring? Kimura mentioned it. But if the two crises are related to each other, I mean, the overtaken are one thing, but the energy crisis is a whole other level. Yeah, well, at the end of the day, it's just a mere theory. As someone who can see energy, I was wondering if you've ever noticed similarities between the overtaken and the springs. But seeing as you haven't been to a spring, perhaps we should stay focused on the overtaken for now. Does your sensitivity to energy not help you see anything? I'm afraid I'm not familiar enough with the overtaken sensibility. My overtaken case is usually focused more on healing than the person, rather than reversing the overtaken state. Healing the overtaken state isn't an option we'd even consider. Thank you for the posture check, Spirit. Thank you for taking care of your streamer. Ooh, I need to stretch. Oh my god. I think my back just popped like 6 times. Oh. I guess that explains the number of drakes I see handling them. Yes, but our current approach is draining and dangerous. Healing the Overtaken's instabilities instead. It's nothing short of a breakthrough. A breakthrough? Now you're exaggerating. That's a place their hand over mine, and it was obvious they truly weren't. Your process has the potential to change how we deal with the Overtaken. That's nothing to scoff at. In terms of how to use this knowledge, I'll have to think about it. Would it be possible for you to meet with me in a couple of days? Yeah, I can do that. I'll send you a message when I'm available. Here's my communicator information. I've got so many people's phone numbers. I'm so popular, guys. Look at how many phone numbers. I got 5 people. One of them's my mom. I'm especially popular with my mom. Why is my mother not on the love list? Where is my mother? Does my mother not love me? I need a mother. I need a mother one, and I need it to be at 100%, please. Well, maybe not 100% because I forgot her eggs. I feel really bad about her eggs. Etza really likes me too. Okay, anyways. I can't emphasize how much we appreciate it. Thank you for agreeing to work with us. I look forward to the next time we meet. They're so kind. I stare at our intertwined hands. I reconsider the position I told Kane and Drew. Perhaps I could spend more time at Central than I thought. As I headed home, I realized I had some free time on my hands. It's been a while since I've been able to take some time for myself. Maybe I should do something. And this life of yours moves quickly, relentlessly, without pause. In a life such as this, it is important to take control and decide how you will spend the pockets of free time you find. Perhaps you will explore the world, visiting different places every day. Whisper! Whisper, welcome home. Welcome home. I'm glad you could join us. How was work? Was it good? Thank you for the hydrate. You guys are really making me hydrate. You're like, she's playing a visual novel? Take care of her throat. You know how we do. Chicken nuggies. Ooh, that sounds good. Hydrate the owl. It's good. There's a lot of lore. Well, not a lot of lore, but we've spent a lot of time lore, and I have 4 boys' phone numbers. I've been doing really good. I've been really flirty. 4 men have given me their phone numbers, and also my mother. I have my mother's phone number too. I know. Aren't I cool? The lore is really good in this game. So I'm gonna give you a quick recap because you just joined us. The essential backstory, I might have it kind of wrong because I have the attention span of a bird. Long ago, there were dragons, and the dragons held power, which is like magic, which is called energy. And there were humans, but the humans were really cruel and really corrupt, and the humans decided to harness the dragons and use their power and destroy them, essentially. Sacrifice them so that they could have power, but when they did that, apparently the energy changed the humans. So I think the idea is that we are different from the humanity of before because of the dragon sacrifice. And now there's an energy crisis because of technology, I think. I'm probably incorrect, but that's the general gist. That's the elements at play. Like I said, I have ADHD. I have a hard time. I have a hard time recapping. I'm sorry. We'll probably find out. We'll probably find out that I'm very wrong. But as of right now, there's Overtaken, and it's like energy zombies, and I apparently am a healer with the ability to heal them instead of just destroy them, which is news to the essential guardsmen of this land. Yeah, I think Heaven's Ward is a good way of kind of putting it, sort of. I'm also just like kind of dumb, so take it with a grain of salt. And we have men, and also there's a lot of customizability to this story, because you can choose to be a healer, a protector. I forgot what the third option was, and I don't know if choosing a different route significantly changes the story for you. But I chose healer, so that's what puts us here where we are now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there's a whole personality quiz at the beginning of this VN, and we also have stats. I am not very charismatic, but I'm very, very kind. I'm kind of wise, and I'm kind of brave, and I have terrible social skills. So, anyways, we ball. Yeah, we love a personality quiz. And this game is beautiful. Beautiful artwork. Perhaps you will explore this world, visiting different places every day. Or maybe you will find comfort in only one place, creating a safe haven for yourself to return to whenever you please. How will you pass your time, and who to spend it with? But beware. For love is a fickle thing, and rejection is a pain that few can master. With the brief time that you have, will the person you call on share your connection, or will they shy away? How will you choose to spend your time? Oh. We can go to the market, we can go cafe, we can go to the river, we can go to the flower field. Guys, I want to go to the flower field. What is the most favorable choice here? The flower field. We love flowers. Come to think of it, Mom said she's hosting another flower festival. Maybe I'll drop by to support her. Oh, should I invite anyone? It's them. Okay, so these are the guys that we've met. Sorry. Sorry. You guys awake? Let me just... You awake? You awake? You awake? Good morning! Okay, sorry. I don't know, we kind of bonded a lot with Fenir. I barely know him, though. He seems too busy. Actually, all three of these guys, they seem really busy. It'd be kind of weird if I messaged him and I was like, "You want to go to the flower field?" At least him, I'd be like, "Hey, I want to thank you for letting me, like, sleep on top of you for about 5 minutes. That was really cool." Or else to get to know a guy, then in a field of flowers. I'm also low-key taking them to meet my mom. This is awkward. If this were really me, I wouldn't message any of them. I'd be like, let's just go and see who shows up. But we're gonna take Fenir, because maybe I could, like, thank him. Fenir is calling me? Story? Fenir? Did you need some... Oh, sorry. This is me. Did you need something?
No, not quite.
Veneer mumbled incoherently into the phone. What? Veneer? He broke his silence with a sigh.
Are you doing anything right now?
Gonna go see my mom. Oh, no, I'm free. What's up?
Would you like to do something? Like, together?
Yeah, we can. What did you have in mind?
I can message you.
You just called me, though.
I'll see you soon.
You just called me. Tell me... Oh, okay. If somebody called me and they're like, okay, I'm gonna text you, I'd be like, wait. Wait, usually it's the other way around. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Lush flowers adorned the forest floor, a sea of color that extended to the horizon. But the one color missing from the scene was a familiar head of aqua hair. Veneer said he was here already. But where is he? I sent him a quick message before searching amongst the overflowing florals. Vines hung from the trees above, decorated by flowers of varying colors. The festival looks beautiful today. Mom really... My foot caught on something, and I tripped. When I looked over, I realized with horror... Veneer, we have to stop meeting like this. Crouched on the forest floor was Veneer, whom I had evidently kicked during my search. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Yeah. That was my fault. What are you doing on the floor? Well, I was waiting for you. I noticed the flowers here in the underbrush. They... Look. He pointed to the wildflowers that stretched below us before flattening one out with his index finger. The wildflowers sank into the ground momentarily before blossoming back, as if it had never been touched. They popped back up. Veneer. I keep wanting to say Fenrir. She's Final Fantasy 14 coded. Throw her to the wolves. Do you get it? Because Fenrir. Anyways, Veneer's eyes were fixed on the floor in wonder. I smiled, remembering how awestruck I was when Mom first showed this to me. It's cool, right? Veneer nodded and ran his fingers over the underbrush again, watching the wildflowers pop back up each time. I like your mom's power. Veneer watched the flowers with lowered lashes. A calm seemed to wash over him as petals, carried by the breeze, lazily drifted around us. We should see the rest of the field. And we can stay here if you want. It's okay. I got my fill. Veneer pressed on the flower once more before releasing it, watching it blossom one last time. He stood and offered his hand to me. I thanked him under my breath as I stood. After you. We walked in tandem through the field, flowers framing our vision and the delicate floral underbrush softening our steps. Sunlight dappled our skin. The fragrance of lavender and other wildflowers floated in the air. It's pretty. He was right. Mom had outdone herself today. Oh, look at that flower. Sage energy drifted around a pale pink azalea. It reminded me of Mom. Hold on, Veneer. What is it? Do you mind if I collect some flowers for a bouquet? I usually give one to my mom when she holds one of these. He nodded, and after I plucked the azalea, I handed it to Veneer. Together we ventured to the rest of the field, stopping every so often to add another flower to our growing collection. Alright, I think that's good. Now, for the final touch. The bouquet glowed as I channeled my energy into it, eventually gaining a smooth sheen. Okay, they should preserve nicely now. What was that? Just a little bit of my energy. It makes the flowers last longer. Oh. Phineas stared at the bouquet, his brows wrinkling slightly. Can you do that with any flowers? I can. Why? He pulled a bundle of wildflowers from his sack, the same ones that decorated the forest floor. When did he even collect those? Then, could you do it for these? I smiled as I took the flowers from him. I had no idea he liked flowers this much. Of course. I held my hands above his bouquet. The familiar, cool sensation of my energy tingled at my fingertips. There. Wow. He reached out, eyes bright, and pressed one of the petals between his fingers. As he pulled his fingers away, the flower popped back up, as if he'd never touched it. Thanks, Stor. Anytime, Phineas. Together, we explored the rest of the field, each holding our small bouquet in our hands. I walked home from my last patient as night approached. The town lights slowly came to life, pushing back the darkness of the shadows. As I walked, I clutched my bag close. The scene reminded me of my attacker from last night. My steps echoed through the empty street. Should I take a different way home? No. There's no guarantee it'll be any safer. The area I was attacked came into view, and my grip on my communicator tightened. As I got closer, faint glimmers of starlight danced in the air. What is that? Nah, I want to see. I want to see. What is it? I stepped forward, when a figure standing nearby caught my attention. Adrenaline rushed to my temples, heart racing. I turned. I wasn't about to relive that encounter again. A flash of gold struck past me, nothing like the cool tones of silver and white from the night before. I slowed, eyeing the silhouette, still wary it was my assailant from the previous night. No, this is someone different. Hair, golden like sunlight that filters through the treetops, shimmered under the dim lighting. Their clothes was a myriad of greens, like the lush canopies of the forest. They're watching the starlight too. I inched closer, daring myself to investigate. Do you see it too? The golden-haired stranger turned, their movements unnaturally smooth, and their cold expression made it clear they hadn't wanted to be disturbed. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I noticed that light too, and didn't know what it was, since you were also staring at it. As if every word I said made them reject my presence even more, they scowled, the crease between their brows deepening. Their arm swept upwards, and with it a gust of wind, so strong it threatened to uproot me from where I stood, rushed past me. Jeez, I get it. No need to be dramatic. Wait. I paused and squinted, before realizing only now what seemed so odd. It wasn't the eeriness of their golden gaze, or the unusual starlight, or the seemingly endless darkness around us. It was the nothingness that came from them. The complete lack of energy. But how was that? Everything had energy. The clouds, the trees, the very air we breathe. To have no energy. What did that even mean? Questions rushed through my mind. But they were the ones I had no intention of answering. After last night's attack, I wasn't going to spend time with yet another unfathomable stranger. I ran, focusing only on my destination. A single word echoed through my mind, repeating itself over and over. Safety. I weaved through alleys and corners, my breath growing shallow from the physical and mental toll. But I pushed past the strain. I had to. The only thing important to me was getting home. That's my mom? She's beautiful. Beautiful woman. I love my mom. She's so cool. Are you sure you're alright? Worried hands gripped my shoulders, forcefully turning me around as Mom inspected me. My heart thudded against my chest, finally slowing down from the adrenaline. Yeah, I'm sure. I made it home. I may have been in the safety of my living room, but my mind was elsewhere, specifically where that Starlight and stranger were. Who were they? What was their energy? How could they cast magic without it? A headache-inducing storm of questions swirled in my mind. I thought I wouldn't need the answers, that the questions and any desire to answer them would have left behind when I ran. But it was clear that wasn't the case. Mom pulled me from my thoughts and into a hug. I'm so glad you're okay. I told you, didn't I? I tried to flash a reassuring smile, failing miserably as a grimace graced my face instead. What happened? You burst through the door in such a rush, too. I told her about tonight's mysterious stranger, their investigation of the Starlight, their magic, and their lack of energy. No energy? How is that possible? Exactly. Maybe they have a special kind? One that even you can't see. Maybe. But as I uttered those words, I knew I didn't believe them. Something tugged at me. Something about this stranger was different. Well, whatever the reason, it's a mystery. You know what they say about mysteries? You don't remember? No. Am I supposed to? Grandma used to recite this to you all the time when you were younger. Clearly, she needed to recite it more because... Clearly, she needed to recite it more because I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, it was just another thing related to her superstitions. What was it? It went something like this. Not all mysteries can be explained by the logic of man. Some mysteries, beyond man, have no logic, have no fate. In the face of such, keep your wits close, but do not trust them. Trust not yourself, not your senses, your time, nor your wit. For where time has stopped, but its flow has no end. For when passion calls, but hate runs deep. Heed this warning and do not wait. For the laws of nature and laws of man have no logic, have no weight. Unease crawled down my spine as her eerie words hung in the air. Ignoring the goosebumps rising on the back of my neck, I rolled my eyes, exaggerating the motion for dramatic effect. Sounds dumb. Now you'll never forget it. I'm sure I won't. If only Grandma were here now. What would she have to say about my no-energy mystery? She'd probably have gone on about those creatures she was always talking about. What were they called again? Oh, that's right. Fae. The back of my head tingled. Fae. What a strange word. High noon. I like it. I like it, Picasso. Chapter 2. Alright, I need 1 second. I gotta, like, do a little bit of self-care. Oh, big stretch. What do you guys think so far? And the writing is nice. I really like when there's a lot of variety in characterization. But when there's, like, more than 3 characters, I do start to get a little stressed out. There is a big part of me that's like, I'm gonna give these characters voices, and I'm gonna forget what their voice is. I also, like, don't remember most of their personalities when there's so many characters at once. I have to really get to know a character before they're cemented in my mind. And now I'm like, okay, I know Fanir because we went on our little, like, flower date. And then the really elegant one, that their name, I don't know if I'm saying correctly. Hold on, let's see. Oh yeah, Fanir really likes me now. Etza. I wonder how many chapters this is. We're on chapter 2. I wonder 2 of how many? Okay. Okay, we continue. Sorry. I have to yawn. Need to get that out of my system. Cool air brushed past my face, chilling the tops of my cheeks. As I closed my eyes, I focused on the stillness of the early morning. What do I do about those strange people I ran into? I should probably report it, but to who? Maybe Kimura? Or someone else at Central? And yet, I was filled with uncertainty. I didn't know the first thing about these strangers, who they were or even what they were. Faye. Was that really what those people were? Great. Now I'm turning into Grandma. If I told Central that, they'd think I'm crazy. Ugh, I don't know what to do. Unwittingly, my pace quickened, as if I could run away from the endless stream of questions. Okay. Stop. Breathe. I exhaled. It was shaky, but at least steadier. So much has happened recently. The endless clients, the overtaken incidences being brought into Central, running into dangerous strangers, it hasn't stopped. I just want someone who will... I don't think I need to be distracted. Just listened to. Story? A clear voice pulled me from my tangled thoughts. Etza! Memories of our meeting, the safe and open space they held for me, rose to the surface. I wondered whether their presence was a blessing in disguise. Are you heading to Central?
There are some people requesting my services, so I'm to meet with them today.
This early? As like Kane said, busy as usual. So many people rely on Etza. I feel like I only... what I'm picking up on is when I'm on this scene specifically, I get voice acting. None of the other scenes have voice acting. Which is fine. I'm like trying to learn to expect it. Would it be okay if I did the same? I'm heading there as well, actually. Would you like to walk together? As I moved close, I fell into the serenity of their presence, and ever so slightly, my tension eased.
I'd love to.
We walked together, back onto the path Etza had found me. A silence settled over us, and morning birdsong filled the space instead. I considered telling Etza about the strangers. With their gentle presence, I was certain it'd be easiest to tell them of all people. And yet, I couldn't. I didn't know where or how to begin.
Is there anything on your mind that I can help you with?
I didn't know the half of it. Still, my words failed me. My silence continued.
You don't have to respond if you don't feel comfortable.
The air around us felt warmer than at their smile. But I couldn't bring myself to return the sentiment. Even if I could talk to Etza about this, I shouldn't take advantage of their kindness. They're already so busy. I can't burden them with my own issues, too. But I wanted to. I wanted their comfort, to share everything with them, and take refuge in their presence. But what if I told them and they thought badly of me, that I was weak, or that it was my fault somehow? My hesitation filled the air. It was heavy and suffocating. Can I trust Etza to give me the safety I need for something so personal? The serenity of their office tugged at the corners of my mind. I knew my answer. A couple of nights ago, my voice caught in my throat traitorously, revealing distress I'd hidden until now. I desperately gathered my thoughts as I tried to form a coherent sentence. I mean...
Do you have some time before your meeting?
Huh? A bit.
There's a nice riverbend nearby. I often go there when I have a lot on my mind. Would you mind accompanying me? I find it's helpful before I start my day.
Let's go! I hesitated before nodding. It was obvious that this detour was more for me than for Etza. But whether it was or wasn't, I knew now that any place by their side would feel safe. Clear, cool currents washed over the smooth, gray stones below us. I mustered the courage to tell Etza. This was it.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
My mouth hung open at their sudden question. But they weren't watching me, their eyes fixed on the river below. My eyes followed theirs to the flowing stream beneath us. Leaves meandered lazily down the river. Sunlight glistened off the water's surface. The air smelled fresh as the water of morning dew and the river mixed together. My breath and mind slowed as I drank everything in. You mentioned before how my office made you feel calmer. I nodded along, entranced by the lightness of their voice as it mixed with the gentle murmur of the river. I find it often has the same effect on me. That's why I'm so partial to it.
But sometimes, because of my job, my office isn't enough to calm me. When that happens, I find myself even more frustrated. When I need the room to work as I intended, it doesn't. It's then that I have to remind myself of what's been sacrificed for us. The dragons of the past, they gave their lives for nature. And when all else fails, its nature that I find myself returning to.
Etzo grew quiet, as if to give me the space to share what I needed to. And now that they had shared a small piece of them, I wanted to do the same. There's no easy way to say this, or any way that wouldn't make this conversation at least a little heavy. But a couple of nights ago, it was actually the night before we met, I was attacked by someone. The words caught in my throat. I hurried on, chasing after the words that I now desperately wanted to say. I still don't know who they were or what they wanted from me. Someone saved me that night. And if they hadn't, I think... I'm not sure what would have happened. I grit my teeth, ashamed and frustrated at my own powerlessness. Tears pricked the edges of my eyes. I focused on the river, blinking vigorously as I tried to will the tears away. Suddenly, I was violently aware of the way my nose sniffled, my body trembled, and my chest tightened. Heat mixed with water as warm tears fell off my eyes, my body finally coming to terms with the recent events. After a while, my tears finally slowed. The sniffling ceased. Etza spoke. Their voice was like the sun after a summer shower, soft and clear.
As a wyvern, I hear a lot, see a lot about the drakes that others don't. While our world is more peaceful than the past, pain still exists. Many drakes are familiar with the pain of loss, grief, regret. With each story, the first thing they tell me without fail is how they wish they had done more. Trained harder, fought harder, been more aware. Things they should have or could have done, but didn't.
My body wanted to crawl in on itself, to turn away and hide from their piercing gaze. But I didn't. Because eclipsing any other feeling I was wrestling with, Etza's gaze brought acceptance, peace, support.
I won't assume to know what you're feeling. But whatever you're sitting with, I hope you feel your strength the most. The strength of a survivor, of someone who, despite everything, is still moving forward.
I was only vaguely aware of the tears threatening to spill from my eyes.
It's not fair that you have to carry what happened to you in the first place. I'm sorry that happened to you.
The world was hazy and blurred. The backs of my eyes prickled with fresh tears. I'm processing. I'm processing because I'm trying to understand. Is this scene still about us being attacked? Like, is this still what we're talking about? I mean, I guess. I'm processing. I guess, like, as a healer, like a really nice healer. I mean, I can sense that Etza wants us to lean on them for support. That is the general. You guys, I just realized this whole time you guys can see my little Raphael cursor. It's so funny. Sorry. I can sense that Etza really wants us to lean on them for support. I think that is like what we're going for here. So I think that's what we're gonna choose. They really want to make a connection with us. I feel like every interaction I've had with them has been them wanting a connection. At least that's what I have interpreted. Maybe I'm wrong. Or I could stop myself. I stepped forward, collapsing into Etza's chest.
It's all right.
Etza cooed softly. Their slender fingers rubbed my back comfortingly.
You're safe now. It's all right.
That was a Freudian slip. What a Freudian slip of me. Anyways. I squeezed my eyes shut, bringing Etza closer. My body moved for me, seeking what I was afraid to ask for. I lost track of how long we stayed like that. But eventually, the sun began to feel hot against my back. The streets came alive with soft murmurs. I sure did do something. I did see that we have a 3-minute break coming up. And like I've said before, when I take a break, you guys take a break. When you guys take a break, I take a break. We're not going to continue without you guys. Thank you so much, Buns, for the hydrant and the posture check. Thank you for taking care of your streamer. Oh my gosh. I needed that. We are doing a quick 3-minute break. What an excellent point for us to break on, too. Goodness. With the close-up of their chest. Oh, Buns, you... I'm so sorry. Welcome home, but also congrats on the break. Oh, man, I feel bad. Yeah, we're just gonna snuggle up with Etza while we take a break, I guess. Get nice and cozy. And there's Etza, and then just like, here's me. Hi, Etza. We're having a 3-minute break moment. You and me and you, so happy together. Wait, what if hold on, life-size fable? Or life-size story, even? Hold on. Let's see, their chin and then my chin. Let me match up our chin sizes. That's about life size, right? Right, okay, here we go. Is this immersive for you guys? Are we having an immersive experience? Sorry, I gotta stop cheesing. I have to stop smiling if I'm gonna do this. Hold on. Let me stop. Anyways. I hope that was a very immersive experience for you. I hope you enjoyed that. Did I make myself smaller? That's fine. It's gonna be really funny if one day something gets released with my art style. We play it on my stream. And then I end up doing that. But I hope Bonds are doing well. If I didn't welcome you home before, welcome home now. We're playing ALARIS. It's a very calming game. A lot of mystical stuff has happened, but also just a lot of bonding. We're having some bonding time. Let me look at what our love stats are right now. Why did his increase? Okay. Etza likes us a lot. Fenrir even likes us a ton. I still don't think we've met. That's where we are. Become what you must. Still sad about the eggs. I'm trying to let it go, guys. I promise I'm trying to let the eggs go, but... What happened to the eggs? I was promised eggs. Become what you must. I will. I always do. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome home. Welcome back from your 3-minute... Oh. Girl, I am kind. At least I'm a little charismatic. I love that for us. She is kind. Kind you may be, it seems your strengths lie elsewhere. Girl, I don't think so, actually. I actually do not think my strengths lie anywhere else, according to this chart. Let's be so for real. Kindness is kind of all I got. Oh, gosh. Okay. I needed that break. Thank you for putting up with it. Let's get back to our little moment with Etza here. Back even. Here we go. I unclenched my fists, smoothing the crinkles that had formed in Etza's robes, shy but mostly comforted by the moment we had shared.
We should get going.
I made a soft noise in agreement, my gaze still on the floor. I jumped at the sound of their voice, at the sudden proximity. Sorry, one moment. Hesitant, I peeked up at them through lowered lashes. Their pristine eyes studied me with kindness as they murmured,
If there's anything I, or any of us at Central, can do to help, please let me know.
I nodded, still searching for the words to express myself after the whirlwind of emotions.
Shall we head back? I would hate to make you late to your meeting.
Welcome home, Farrakha. My voice just, like, my throat just made, like a feeling in my throat that I've never felt before. Whoa. Let me try that again. Welcome home, Farrakha. There we go. There it is. That's my voice. Where did it go before? I don't know. It's very strange for me. I'm gonna focus. Yes. We walked together, making small talk on our way there. The conversation itself was casual, but the pull of their presence was deeper. Rather than be consumed by the memories of my encounter, I was left with a comforting warmth in my chest. The warmth remained even after they left, as I headed to my meeting with Kimura. Etza seemed to think something could be done at our last meeting, but I haven't heard any updates from them beside that. Kimura's gaze was stern and absolute as I wrapped up my update. While he had been fine during our meeting with the Drakes, this time we were alone. He felt infinitely more intimidating in this setting. Finally, after an eternity, he spoke. I haven't met with Etza, but we've both been busy. I trust their discretion. It's more than we asked for, but if you could continue helping us at Central, I'm sure our members would appreciate it. Your insight into the Overtaken may help more than we initially believed. Yeah, I can continue meeting with Etza as intended. This is important, especially if it's connected to the energy crisis. Etza shared that with you. I had to push them a little, but yes, eventually. Interesting. Etza hasn't had a partner to help them lead the Overtaken crisis. With your help, perhaps we can make headway faster than before. Whatever you all need. Kimura gave a nod of approval. Considering how well our meeting was going, I considered telling him about the encounters. Is something wrong? Why wouldn't I tell him? I feel like it's something I should tell someone. I feel like I should tell someone about this. Actually, I decided to bring up the strangers. Actually, there is something I wanted to talk about. I told Kimura about the stranger of the shadows and the one of the forest. But when I saw the golden-haired one up close, their energy was different. And what do you mean by that? Well, to put it simply, they didn't have any. I'm still not sure what to make of it all. I'm sorry to hear so much has happened to you, especially back to back. Do you have any idea who those people are? My mind silently answered, with what was evidently my new favorite word. Fae. I'm still not sure. Perhaps this is related to the Overtaken. With the Overtaken crisis escalating, it is possible some Overtaken have evolved into the beings you ran into. It's not impossible. The gnawing feeling in my stomach only grew stronger. With each passing second, my belief that these creatures were Fae solidified. Why am I so hung up on this word? If you'd like, we could assign a Drake to you. For protection, it seems like you could use it. Especially if this is related to the Overtaken. It could get worse. Protection does sound like a good idea. But the thought of these strangers compelled me. Against all reason, I felt drawn to them. I think I'll be okay for now. No protection needed. If anything changes, I'll be sure to let you know. If that's all, you are dismissed. I nodded, turning towards the door, eager to leave. Was that the right choice? Shaking my head, I shirred away from Kimura, my mind a mess. Unable to relinquish the thoughts of Faye, I stood in the library at Central. This is as good a place to start as any. My steps reverberated off the dark mahogany floor as I approached the main desk. Hopefully the Hydra can help me. Loan position. And continue. Okay, cool. Books lined the walls, their rich colors peeking through the lush greenery of ivy and moss. The smell of paper and ink filled the air as warm sunlight washed over the room. Finally, I reached the desk, but stopped short at the sight before me. Is that? He turned at the sound, my suspicions confirmed. Turquoise eyes found mine, mirroring my surprise. Oh, it's you. His lips parted, but no further noise left him. Silence settled between us. Say something. We've already been on a date together. Don't freeze up now. I didn't expect to see you here, Veneer. You work at the library. I'm the Hydra. You are? You don't need to sound so surprised. And this is the library. Please keep your voice down. Sorry. It's just, if I knew, I would have dropped by earlier to thank you for the other night. Sorry, it didn't really come up. He shuffled his feet, but didn't make another sound. Oh. He's quieter than he was on our date. So, did you come here for something? Oh, right. Should I mention the Fae to him? Veneer saved me from one of the strangers I'm trying to investigate. I don't want him to connect the dots. No, that's ridiculous. How could he possibly come to that kind of conclusion? Just act normal. I heard a term recently. I never heard of it before, so I wanted to learn about more here at the library. Okay. A lot of people come to the library for that. What's the term? It was Fae. Faye. Fenrir searched through the catalog in front of him, repeating the word to himself. I believe I've heard of it. I can't remember where. Give me a second. You can look around if you want. When I find it, I'll let you know. I explore! Exploration! I nodded and set out to explore the library with a sigh of relief. He didn't seem to react strangely. Hopefully, it's not as weird of a term as I thought. I dragged my hand across my face, closing my eyes. Maybe the paranoia of everything's just getting in my head. As I headed down another row of shelves, muffled laughter drifted towards me. Around the corner, a familiar head of red hair chuckled, followed by the giggles of a small crowd surrounding him. Kane, what's he doing here? I quieted, my steps lighter, as I attempted to sneak past him and his entourage. I just afforded Fenrir. The last thing I want is to have to answer to someone else's potential curiosity. As I passed, his silvery voice whispered to the group, its playful tone floating through the air. I peeked over him to see him leaning toward one of the group members, in much the same way he had with me just days before. Story? Sorry, I didn't want to disturb you. At a glance, I couldn't tell whether he believed me or not. Either way, he excused himself for the group before making his way towards me. Oh, you didn't have to leave the group you were with. But I found something so much more interesting. Oh. Were they talking about me? What brings you to the library? Looking for something in particular? Or did you come to annoy our beloved Hydra too? Actually, I learned a new term recently. I never heard it before, so it got me interested. I thought the library might give me some answers. What is it? I may be able to help. I know my way around here well, if I do say so myself. You? I didn't strike you as the type to come to the library often. Is that so? Exactly what kind of person did you strike me as, then? You tell me. They say you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. Actually, I'm pretty good at judging books by their covers. Come now, where's your sense of fun? Not even a little curious what lies underneath? I think the cover has shown me enough. Which is? Based on pure impressions, you might not like what I have to say. I'm sure I've heard worse. My brows wrinkled, and that didn't seem like the kind of thing you should make light of. Kane's gaze lingered on me, perhaps for a breath too long, since I could have sworn I saw a hint of... You were looking for something, weren't you? I blinked, surprised at the sudden conversation change, before refocusing on what I'd originally come to the library for. Yeah... Should I tell them? They probably wouldn't connect the dots, right? I decided to take my chance. These endless aisles brimming with novels were beginning to intimidate me. I was looking for books on the word Fae. I'm just telling everyone, I guess. Everyone needs to know. Have you heard? Have you heard the news? I'm looking for Fae. Have you heard? Hello? Are you... Come back to my stream. Come back. Bring yourself back to the tab that I am at. I need you to know. I'm looking for Fae. I need everyone to know. Yes, I'm talking to you. I'm breaking the fourth wall here. Grabbing each and every one of you by the shoulders and shaking you. Does Fae include house fires? Or bees, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's why I'm looking for it. If I found it, I'll tell you. Big stretch. Sorry. Have you heard of it? It actually does ring a bell. Someone told me about them long ago. They showed me where to read about them, too. I don't remember much, just some ominous riddle. There are mysteries to be aware of? Don't trust others? Something about time, maybe. The hair on the back of my neck lifted. The tingling sensation from where I first heard the word Fae returned. The words left me before I could stop them. Not all mysteries can be explained by the logic of man. Some mysteries beyond man have no logic, have no fate. In the face of such, keep your wits close, but do not trust them. Trust not yourself, not your senses, your time, nor your wit. For where time has stopped, but its flow has no end. For when passion calls, but hate runs deep. Heed this warning, and do not wait. The laws of nature and laws of man have no logic and have no weight. Don't tell me you're the one who told me about all that. I'm having a moment. Don't tell me you're the one who told me about them all that time ago. No. I don't remember committing it to memory either. And where did you hear it? My mom mentioned it recently. It's what got me curious about them in the first place. How strange. Well, this is interesting now, isn't it? They paced beside the shelves, faster now. The books began to blur as we hurried through the library. Kane now intent on tracking down something to illuminate the mystery behind the so-called Fae. It should be somewhere around here, I believe. They weren't lying when they said they knew their way around here. Let's see. Kane moved towards one of the shelves in the distance before looking back at me. Feel free to look around. Maybe, if we're lucky, we'll find multiple books. They winked playfully before disappearing amongst the large stack of novels. I surveyed the looming shelves of books before me, running my fingers across the books' textured spines, rough and worn. So many here, some hundreds of years old. There had to be something here about Fae. I began my search, eagerly rummaging through the books for some clues. Ugh, not this one either. I returned yet another book to the shelves. Stepping back, I shut my eyes in frustration. How many books have I gone through at this point? I must have read like 1 million. And nothing. Not even one mention of Fae. There's no way I can't find anything. I turned, determined to find at least one hint, before colliding right into Kane. Oops. I jumped away. The heat from their body lingered where we had collided. You must have been focused. I've been calling your name for a while. They were. I didn't hear them at all. He smiled, before bringing a worn book into view. The text was faded, practically impossible to read, and the pages were yellow, a sign of their age. It's an old book, but it mentions Fae. I'm not sure if it'll be much help, but it's the only thing I could find, and they specifically used the word Fae in here. My hands ran over the textured pages. The tingling sensation returned, and my pulse quickened at the contents that made late inside. Kane handed me the book. I skimmed hungrily over the words, eager to find out more about these mysterious beings. There once was a woman who yearned for nothing more than a child. But the universe was unable to grant her this simple wish, and so, taking her fate into her own hands, the woman sought advice from a witch. The witch, empathetic to the woman's venture, bestowed barley upon her to remedy her trouble. Go home and plant this, the witch instructed the woman. Desperate for the gift of life, the woman heeded the witch and planted the barley. And that night, the woman slept, dreaming of a miracle. But when she woke, the barley had remained barley. Weeks passed with no sign of a child. Nonetheless, the woman continued to tend to the barley given her. Until one day, a tiny girl sprouted from the barley, no larger than the length of one's finger. Is this the Fae? This girl? I don't think so. Or at least, that's not where I saw mention of Fae. Why do they start talking about the Fae? It's limited, to be honest. I don't want you to be disappointed. That's fine. Something is better than nothing, right? He let out a soft chuckle, taking the book from me. Don't say I didn't warn you. His fingers nimbly turned the pages before returning the book to me. As he did, he leaned towards me, the warmth from his torso heating the area around us again. Here. Finally reaching the safety of an open field, the tiny woman and the swallow rejoiced. Their happiness was immeasurable, but the woman, now eager for the full embrace of freedom, left the swallow to explore the never-ending field of flowers. For some time, the minuscule woman wandered, until she happened upon another like-sized person. Excited at the prospect of meeting a same-sized companion, she approached the stranger. But when they turned, she found herself in awe at his beauty. "Ah, I don't believe we've met. Where do you come from, Faye?" the small man inquired. Faye. My eyes consumed the text, chasing after the shadow of a word that eluded me until now. Faye, what's a Faye? She asked, now curious of this new word. Surprised she did not know, he responded. Faye can be many things. They can be small or big, they can look like you and me or other creatures. And Fae have many responsibilities. Some of us tend to the cycle of seasons, some of us grant wishes. I tend to the flowers of this field. The woman looked around at the myriad flowers blooming, a sea of color and textures billowing in the wind. You did this? She asked in wonder, to which the flower fae nodded. I don't know much about the Fae. I'm just a human, as is my mother. But I've never met another the same size as me, the small woman informed him. She found herself taking a liking to the small man before her, feeling a kinship she'd never felt before. That sounds lonely, doesn't it? The flower fae asked. The woman paused, never considering how lonely it had been before meeting another like her. If you want, I can take you with me. We can take care of the flowers together, and maybe you won't feel as lonely anymore. The woman liked this idea very much and agreed excitedly. With a wave of his hands, the Fae bestowed upon her a pair of wings, as well as a new life of adventure for the two of them. Huh. I stared at the book, eyes suddenly tired, my shoulders slumped. I did mention Fae. But why did it feel so unsatisfying? I drummed my fingers against the book, trying to piece the puzzle together. Maybe this is Fae, but a small flower creature is not what I ran into a couple nights ago. What did you make of it? I sighed at the fruitless results of our search. Nothing? Nothing that helps. I knew I said something was better than nothing, but this... I chuckled, mostly out of hopelessness. Was it impossible to find information on these creatures? If you don't mind me asking, was there anything in particular you were looking for? I wasn't sure if I knew the answer to that question. I hardly knew anything about these beings in the first place. Maybe all I wanted was to see them mentioned in a way that felt... real? I'm sorry, what was that? Do you think they're real? These Fae? Do I think they're real? Uh, actually, that was a dumb question. Forget I asked. Why would I ask him if he thinks they're real? I'm trying to keep a low profile in the research. I've never thought about it. My brows rose in surprise as Kane suddenly considered my question. This is only the second time I've encountered the word, so I can't say I've reflected much on their existence. Based on this book, they appear human, right? Or as something we're familiar with, like an animal. Based on this book, yes. And based on my own encounters with potential fae. If that's the case, they can blend into our own reality. I don't see why they wouldn't be real. After all, we can't prove they don't exist, right? We can't prove they don't exist. Why do you ask? It's personal. Say no more. Figured I asked. Smoothly and without warning, he plucked the book from my hands even. This will be our little secret. We should put this back. Of course. Apologies that we didn't find anything helpful. But our library is quite expansive. I'm sure there's something that could answer your questions. If you ever need a helping hand, I'd be happy to offer my services. I'll think about it. As I headed home, I realized I had some free time on my hands. It's been a while since I've been able to take some time for myself. Maybe I should do something. I'm gonna save again. I'll save there. Okay! Oh, I gotta take a big stretch. Oh my goodness. I feel like I'm having a little bit of like, I wouldn't say information overload. It's just kind of, I don't know where the story's going, is where I am currently. And I'm like, okay, so we've got a lot of elements going on here. We've got the Fae. We have, I think, 2 characters we haven't met yet. We have the dragons that used to exist and now they don't. The riddle that, I'll be honest, I've kind of blinked out every time the riddles come on screen. I'm really bad about that, I'm sorry. We have the wyverns and the capital that we're now assisting. I'm a healer. There's just a lot of elements. Like, I'm kind of struggling to like categorize it all in my brain. But I think that's kind of the way it is with stories like this, where you're given like a lot of lore building up front. And I'm learning. Where do we want to go for our free time? You know, I'm almost thinking that we should stop here because I'm getting to the point where I'm not sure that my attention span is going to merit the writing that we have here. Really great writing. My attention span is terrible. So we might, if you guys like this, we might continue this another time. Because I feel like there's a lot more to unpack to this story. It feels like a story that is really well thought out, and we're only really scratching the surface of it. Especially the characters, especially since it's chapter 2 and there's characters we still haven't met. I don't know how many characters this is. This is a game, by the way, you can find on Steam. It's on sale, and you can also play the demo. Let's see if it says how many chapters there are. There's all the characters. Oh, we have met all the characters. We just didn't know their names. Sorry, I didn't know it was them. It's fine, but we did learn them all. I don't think it says how many chapters are on the Steam page. Hi, Starcat, my dear. Welcome home. I'm looking. People really like this game. I mean, I can see why. It's a very lovely game. I don't know how many chapters it is. That's fine. It's okay. You can find it on Steam, however. Oh, thank you, Thax. Hi. Thank you. So if you wanted to check it out yourself, it is there with a demo. I think we'll go ahead and do the date. I have that much energy in me. What do we think? Thank you, Dax. I think I have enough energy to do the date, and then we'll peace out. Where do I want to go? We went to the flower field, cafe, the market. I really don't want to go somewhere with like a lot of people. If I gotta do a lot of voices, I'm already like a little bit overwhelmed. Let's go to the river. It's nice out today. What about a picnic? Oh, should I invite anyone? We know that Etza likes the river. We could be like, hey, you remember that moment we had by the river? Let's reenact that. Minx! Oh my goodness. Minxie! Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome home, everyone. Hi. Welcome home. How was your stream, Minx? How did it go? You came just in time for me to go on a date. We're doing a little date situation right now. Or we will be in a second. But I hope you had a great stream. Welcome home, everyone. If you don't know me, hello. Welcome home. My name is Fable. I am your cozy comfort snowy owl VTuber. I do all things fashion, romance, art, and cozy gaming. Today we are playing ALARIS, whom was produced by Credence, I believe, on Steam. It is a visual novel that has fae and magic, and I'm a healer, and you can go on dates with the characters. Thank you so much, Minx. Everybody, be sure, if you're not already, please go follow Minx. Minx is a lovely streamer. I always love watching a Minx stream. Very cute design, very cute art. Please check them out. Yes! Yes! I love visual novels. We've been doing a lot more of them recently. Oh, thank you, Minx. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so glad you're all here. I love seeing your TikToks. I think I've seen a couple of them recently. We love each other's TikToks. We love TikTok. It's okay. Content creation's hard. You do what you can. You always do what you can. I don't know quite yet. I kind of have an affinity for these two, Veneer and Etza. Are you gonna romance them all? Maybe eventually. Maybe over time. Aren't they nice? I mean, they're all pretty great. So there's some scenes that have voice acting, and nice, that's so polite. I'm very demisexual. The way that I describe people is because of my situation. Nice. Well, because their personalities, like they're both like you know, Etza has this like very like comforting, you can lean on me type personality, and then Veneer literally saved us from danger, and is a sweetheart. I'll lean on you, Meeks. We'll lean on each other. Ah! The wind beneath my wings. That made me so thirsty, I had to take a drink. I think we're gonna do Etza this time. We did Veneer last time, and we took him to the flower, the flower situation. And now I think we're gonna ask Etza back out to the river, because we went to the river last time. And we had a real good time at the river with Etza. Thank you for the hydrate, thanks. Yeah, you're right, I should take more drink. I've been reading for 3 hours. Three. I hope I am serenading you all into a nice, comfortable state to get ready for sleep, so that you all can have sleepy time. Minx, did you see my birthday outfit? Wait, oh, hold on. Guys, hold on. I gotta show. If you haven't seen it, I gotta show you. I gotta show you. My birthday outfit. I made this for my birthday. My birthday was a while ago, but I made my outfit. Yeah. Hi, Elizabeth. Hello, my dear. Welcome home. Thank you. I'm so glad you like it. It was one of my legendary 2-week. I'm really big. 2-week adventures. Thank you. I'm so glad you like it. Thank you. It was designed by Choi on Twitter, and then I rigged it and made the art for it. Okay, back to Etza. Much love. Much love. We continue. We're gonna go on a date. Oh, that's right. We call them. I forgot.
Hello.
I forgot there was voice acting. That was surprising me. Hi, Etza. I was about to head out and could use the company. Do you want to come?
How sweet of you for thinking of me.
I'm gonna get rejected.
I'd love to come.
I'm gonna get rejected. Perfect. I was about to head on it soon. Does that work for you? If now doesn't work, we can push it back a bit.
No, I think it's all right. I'll make it work.
They didn't reject me!
I can try to head out soon, in that case.
Yeah. Okay. See you then. Also, Minx, if you need to go take care of yourself, get something to eat, drink, relax, whatever you need to do, please take some time to do that. You always come first.
I'll see you soon.
There. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. I have had lots to drink. Chat has been taking very good care of me today. After one final touch, I admired my work and huffed triumphantly. Staring back at me was our picnic meal. It was a true feast, one that was completely... No, I homemade. For a picnic, I feel like a picnic it's easy to home make. I couldn't wait. Eating this by the river was going to be sheer bliss. Your AC is tripping your breaker? Oh no. Sunlight sparkled off the flowing river, the sound of water splashing over wet stone mixed with murmurs of passing people. Let's see, where should we sit? Am I messaging my mom? That's all? Who am I messaging? Oh. Juke. Wait, I didn't know I could, like... Can I send stuff to them? No, I can't. Oh. I didn't know I could... Okay. I just arrived. I'm up at the cafe. I'm near the cafe up the road. You'll see me near the trees that line the riverbed. Coming. Looks like Etza already found a spot. I should catch up. As I walked along the riverbed, I did eventually find Etza near some trees, as they had mentioned. What they hadn't mentioned were the hammocks they had bought. Interesting picnic blankets. Story. I asked Kane to borrow them. The weather seemed perfect for hammocks. Though I can't say I've ever used them, so... Admittedly, I'm struggling to hang everything up. Here, let me help. I set my basket on the ground before joining Etza, and we set to hanging the hammock between the trees. There. That looks sturdy enough. As I retrieved my basket and prepared to hop into the hammock, Etza offered their hand to me. Do you need help? I took their hand and easily plopped into the hammock. Etza moved to follow, taking hold of one of the hammock's sides. But as it swayed in the wind, they hesitated. Etza hopped once, a half-hearted hop, and landed in the same place they were standing. The slight ruby dusted their cheeks as they cleared their throat. They tried again, this time a full hop, but landed with the same results as before. I underestimated how difficult it was to get into a hammock. Oh no! It's harder when somebody's already in it. Here. I sat up and shifted to the edge of the hammock, planting my feet on the ground and tilting the hammock so it faced Etza. Sit next to me? Hesitantly, Etza sat by my side. Now lay down like I was earlier. They followed my instructions obediently, and with a smile, I swung my legs back into the hammock. We lay next to each other, my feet by Etza's head, and vice versa, as the wind swung us back and forth. There we go. Thank you, Story. Well, now that we've earned our meal, shall we dig in? I pulled myself to a seated position. Etza mirrored my movements. Ready for the big reveal? Couldn't be more ready. With a dramatic flourish, I opened the basket, revealing my beautiful arrangement inside. Ta-da! You made this. Why would I lie? Why would I lie about making it? I just said it was handmade. Yeah, I made it, yeah. I can't even fathom making something close to this. You can't cook, Etza? I'm actually not sure. I can't say I've ever tried. Ever? I'm afraid I missed the age when I could ask for help. It's never too late. I'll show you some other time. It's easy, I promise. I'm sure with you, I will be in good hands. Oh, they're so cute! Wait, they're actually so cute. Excitement shone in Etza's eyes as they pulled the food out. They handed me my portion. Well, shall we? Cheers. What do you mean you don't know what conditioner you use? You're saying you're just blessed with naturally silky hair? Etza? Etza? I peeked at Etza, only to discover they'd fallen asleep. Oh. Golden sunlight washed over their tawny skin. Their silken hair hung through the hammock netting. Ivory strands glistened. There's no way you don't use special conditioner for that. We swayed together in the light breeze, the smell of fresh water carried by the wind. With the rocking rhythm of the hammock— oh, I didn't mean to right-click, my bad. With the rocking rhythm of the hammock, the quiet lullaby of the river, and the cozy warmth of the sun, it was easy for me to see how they'd fallen asleep. It's nice to see them so relaxed. I hadn't been working with Etza long, but it was clear how busy they were. Etza shifted, curling slightly into themselves and nuzzling into the hammock. I'm their partner, right? Isn't there something I can do to help them? I leaned back and watched the clouds drift by as I mused ways to ease Etza's workload. Swirls of blue and gray blended together in the sky. Those clouds are pretty. Wait. I straightened and studied the mix of the colors. Don't tell me that's— shoot. I nearly fell out of the hammock as I rushed to gather the picnic materials. Etza's gaze followed my movements as I blinked the sleep from their eyes. Sorry, Etza, I think it's gonna rain. We should get out of here. Slowly they glanced around as if they had momentarily forgotten where they were. But soon enough, Etza nodded in understanding and pulled himself free of the hammock as they began untying it from the trees. They approached me with the last of the picnic materials. I quickly stuffed them inside the basket. How much longer until the rain? Soon. Wait, you can't tell? Etza chuckled, taking the picnic materials from my arms as they headed to the nearby cafe. The sky is completely clear to me. What? But earlier you nodded. I assumed you knew what I was talking about. I don't have to see the rain to know that I trust you, Story. Thank you, Snake, for the hydrate. Thank you for taking care of your streamer. I'm gonna stretch too. I got like a knot in my back. There's the rain. The sky is also hydrating. Etza wrapped their hand around mine as they broke into a run. Oh, we're holding hands. Whew. I swiped the dripping water from my face. Well, we almost made it. Apologize, Story, if I hadn't fallen asleep. Etza, I'm glad you fell asleep. Next time, I'm gonna make sure you get a full 8 hours. Water ran down my cheeks, endlessly. At this point, I wasn't sure there was hope in drying myself off. Maybe I can help. Etza's energy gathered at their fingertips as they held their hand out. I nodded, grateful for anything that would turn me into less of a sopping mess. Their palm hovered next to my cheek, and soon the water evaporated, leaving only the gentle kiss of Etza's cool energy. The weight of the water clinging to my clothes, the damp squishiness of my shoes, and the wet slickness of my skin all began to fade. Being this close to Etza, it was impossible not to gaze into the depths of their sapphire eyes. But their focus was elsewhere, as they rid me of any remaining discomfort caused by the rain. With one final sweep, the last of the water was gone, and their knuckle gently traced the contours of my cheek. There. Thank you, Etza. Always, Story. Etza finally tended to themselves, elegantly brushing the water from their body. After, we relaxed at the cafe, missing the time of light conversation until the storm was gone. The chill night air settled in. Shadows cast by the town lights danced around me. The sun left, and with it, fear edged its way so easily back into my mind. I pulled my bag closer, closed my eyes, and exhaled slowly. Don't tell me I'm afraid of the dark now. But with all my recent nightly encounters, it wasn't hard to see why. Something moved in the shadows. But there was nothing there. I shook my head, trying to ignore the rising fear that was clouding my mind. A growing shadow, a figure, followed me. I turned again. Nothing. My heart pounded in my chest. Breathe. Again, I pulled my bag ever closer to me, as if it could shield me from the darkness. But I couldn't shake the idea that something, was following me. The hairs on my arms stood up. A familiar sinking feeling made its way to the pit of my stomach. I pulled my communicator out. It shook in my hands as I considered who to call. Maybe I should call... I was just with Etza. I was just with Etza. I feel like Fanir would be a good person to call in this situation. They've helped me before. That would make a lot of sense. We're in this together. Yeah? Fanir. But before I could dial, I heard it. The low, velvety voice that haunted the dark corners of my mind.
Looking for me?
Not really. But hi, I guess. Before me, emerging from the shadows themselves, was the stranger who had attacked me. My thoughts sounded distant, smothered by dread. It's so funny because I could hear your reaction, Spirit. To be fair, if somebody came up behind me and said that to me, that would be my reaction. I'm sorry. My body trembled, flooded with fear. What was this happening again? But this time, I wouldn't let it end the same way. Latching onto something, anything that could snap me out of it, I summoned my voice, forcing myself to ask him the first question that came to mind. Wait, the most Fable answer ever. Nice night tonight, isn't it? My voice rang out clearly and without hesitation. Focus grabbed hold of my body as it did. Talkative tonight, aren't we? I smiled sweetly, refusing to give any hint of my underlying fear. They watched me lazily, their smirk never faltering. Moments passed without either of us speaking. What? So tonight they're just gonna stare at me instead? Wait. He still hasn't moved. Is he really not gonna attack me tonight? Before, he had shown impossible speed and movement, but now he was eerily still. Whisper, you hired this man to stare at me? Wait. Can you hire me to stare at other people? I'd do that. I'd do that for the low, low price of $15 an hour. Cheapest you're gonna find that rate. Why aren't you attacking me?
Is that a request?
No. I'm assuming you're smart enough to know it wasn't.
I've received feedback that my approach last time was a bit rough.
Uh-huh. A bit rough. You basically manhandled me. So then, what do you plan to do this time? I chuckled, a deep, slow, uncaring noise.
You ask a lot of questions.
Man, you're weird. Not even a good word for that. You're freaking me out. I feel like a lot of questions is warranted. And you answer none of them. They cocked their head, eyelids lowered, watching me like how a wolf might its prey. My stomach twisted into knots, and yet I ventured further. I wanted answers. Not gonna answer my question?
I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to say. Are you going to run away now that I've refused to answer?
My blood pounded against my temples, making it hard to think, to focus. He chuckled again, amused by my silence. This guy's actually kind of pissing me off.
I already told you. I won't go near you. If you want to run away, run away.
I considered their words. Escaping was the safest option. And yet, I couldn't. Why did they so desperately seek me out? What did they want from me? I stayed, rooted to my spot. What are you at liberty to say then? They grinned, satisfied, almost excited. Something dark and dangerous flashed in their eyes.
Not much, if I'm honest.
Sorry guys, I missed the 3-minute notice. I'm so sorry. We're gonna take a quick 3-minute break. 3-minute break, and then we're gonna come back. I'm so sorry. I didn't even see it. I didn't see the thing. I'm leaning all the way back in my chair, by the way. That's what's happening right now. That's why I look like this. Leaning all the way back, and I like got my hands up in the air too. It's a very funny pose. I think sometimes you see raccoons looking this way. What a raccoon looks like, but it's like me. It's like me with my little leggies swinging at the end of my chair. I feel like I'm over narrating this moment that I'm in right now. Little raccoon lady. I'm not a raccoon, by the way. I'm an owl. In case you were wondering. I'm an owl on a 3-minute break during the live stream. Do I look like whom? I don't know who that is. Who is Jimothy? Why would you bring Jimothy into this? I thought we were cool. Low key, high key. I'm not doing anything on my other screen. Do you look like Jimothy? The small raccoon that was spotted around Seattle? What are you talking about? What is he talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. You're freaking me out, man. You'll post a pic in my server? No. I don't know about this. Jimothy? Jimothy? No, I do not look like Jimothy. What the heck? Don't be mean to me right now. Don't be mean. I've been reading to you for 3 hours. You have the gall to be mean. Mean. Rude? During the 3-minute break? One day for the 3-minute break, chat was just being mean to me. Uh-huh. I'm gonna take a really long sip of my wine. The best way to love Jimothy is not to compare him to me. Welcome back from break, everyone. we're gonna continue. Nothing happened during break. Don't worry about it. I'm glad you're back.
What do you see when you look at me?
Jimothy? No, nothing. What is that supposed to mean? What does it mean indeed? The gift of sight, something many believe holds a universal truth, when in fact, this is hardly the case. Color, distance, clarity, all are perceived differently between individuals. And this holds especially true for you, does it not? You, with the ability to see energy. Tell me, Story. With a gift so extensive, how do you differentiate between what others see and what you are able to? Do you know how to? You do? Extraordinary. I'm curious. Would you indulge me with a demonstration? Wait, what am I demonstrating? Hold on, girl. I guess. The object of your affection, perhaps? I jest. It's not for me to know. So, when you wish to see the world with a new lens, what is your process? You press Q? Do I press Q? Oh. I guess I press Q. Yeah. I'm very effective, actually, pressing Q. I'm unaware of what that is. I just learned that I had this skill. Perhaps it is something only you can access as the seer of energy. And to see the world as others do, what is your process? You press Q again? Yeah. Fascinating. Not only do you possess the gift of refined sight, but you also possess the ability to turn it on and off as you see fit. I wonder, is this the answer the silver-haired one seeks?
What do you see when you look at me?
I'm pressing Q, man. It's not working. Nothing, I guess. Q does nothing. It has to do with energy. Wait. Realization hit. And I cursed myself for taking so long not to notice. Can you guys hear? I'm trying. You have no energy.
So they were right about you.
They? Right about what?
That's all I can say.
Man, you are not helpful.
Sorry, little one.
Don't call me that. I'm not little. I'm a tall woman. I'm tall, guys. I am. I'm a very big bird. The apology was an afterthought. Ingenuine. But my mind raced past it. No time to reflect. They had no energy. Just like the golden-haired, I almost read retriever, the golden-haired stranger. Their lack of energy was no coincidence. This man was telling me to notice it. He knew he had no energy. Because he was a being that existed outside of the laws of our realm. He was a creature that defied logic. No, still nothing. The word that had eluded me all day tugged at my mind, forcing my attention. Fae. There was nothing else it could be. This wasn't an evolved to overtake it. This was a fae. So not only are they real, but I'm also talking to one in the flesh. To what do I owe the pleasure? I can't waste this chance. I need to get some answers. I flashed as charming of a smile as I could muster, wondering if it would even be effective on a fae. Their smirk widened, their eyelids lowered as they stepped forward, shadow and light danced over their taut muzzles. I stiffened at the lessened space between us. They paused before returning to their original spot, perhaps remembering their earlier promise. But the look of temptation didn't leave their eyes as they stood there, watching me more intently than before.
You know, many would consider it impolite to ask so many questions without answering any yourself.
Boy, you haven't been asking questions. Yeah, what exactly do you want to ask me? He paused, staring at me with an inscrutable expression.
Why are you a healer?
Because the personality quiz said. I don't like seeing people in pain. My vision, my sensitivity to energy, all of it can help people who need it. Oh, right, I forgot. It wasn't the personality quiz. It was because all of the tank and DPS slots were taken in the static, and they needed me to play a role, and the only thing that was left was either regen or a shield healer, and so I did what I had to because I like raiding. That's why I'm a healer, but you know, the other thing I said about seeing people in pain, that too. My vision, my sensitivity to energy, all of it can help people who need it. So, of course I would heal them, if I can. It always comes easy to me, like I was born to do this. I wasn't sure if my response was what he was looking for. He probably wanted to know about my Final Fantasy XIV static. That's probably why he was asking. It was the truth, and I didn't want to pretend like it wasn't. His amethyst eyes regarded me, glimmering with an emotion that was difficult to decipher. Interest, disappointment, satisfaction. Does that suffice as an answer?
It does. And now that I've answered your questions, I'd like to ask another one.
What?
How do you decide who to heal?
I had to let my guard down. They're more talkative, but that doesn't mean they're going to relinquish those answers freely. I answered, vowing to be more careful after the harsh reminder that this man was not on my side. I don't. A simple response. Who could play at that game?
You're annoyed.
It was a statement, with no room for questions. Now that I knew I could play the same card.
Come now. I was just playing earlier. Give me your true response, and now return the favor.
His voice swirled around us, lingering in the air, toying with my mind, as if his words were caressing me, urging me to respond and give him what he wanted. He's using provocation on me. What is the term? I don't know. I grit my teeth, struggled to fight back. I help whoever needs it. If someone asks me for help, I help them. It's as simple as that. So I don't decide who to heal, I heal everyone. My body relaxed upon answering, as if freed from the stranger's shadowy clutches. Compulsion! That's what it is. I glared, angry that they had still gotten the answers they sought, while I still had nothing. What was that just now? Did I seriously just ask another question?
I really shouldn't answer that.
It's compulsion.
But since you've been so good tonight,
If he says compulsion, I'm gonna
I'll
riot.
reward you.
I hate this man.
That was one of my powers.
Oh, God.
Though, if I'm being honest, you shouldn't have been able to sense it so easily. Your awareness of dragon energy must be quite thorough.
I feel like I'm being mansplained. Dragon energy. That was one of their powers, but my ability to sense energy helped me?
I must say, this has been quite interesting. I have to thank you for entertaining me tonight.
This man pisses me off.
But I regret to say our time for tonight draws near.
Alright, man.
Until next time.
Yep. 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 Wait! Don't set up shop in my clinic. It is not a spirit Halloween, sir. Night itself seemed to engulf them, as their silhouette disappeared before me. My thoughts raced as the answers they had given me, the questions that remained. Where did he go? At the corner of my eye, the air seemed to shimmer. Whether it was a trick of the light, the moonlight, or something else, I had to give myself time to ponder. I read about you at the library, about Faye. Nothing there matches anything about you. What? My lips parted, but the words I was searching for failed to reach my tongue. What are you? What are Faye? What do you want from me? A million questions raged through my mind, but I knew deep down I wouldn't be getting the answers to any of them. What if Fae are just the original humanity from the story? Right? Because humanity sacrificed to dragons and then they got energy. And Fae are just like the originals and they've just like lived a really long time. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm thinking. That's my theory.
The library?
I'm sorry, the way that you said it.
I don't think you'll find much about me in that stuffy little place.
I've never been to one, he says.
If you want to know more about me, all you need to do is ask.
The library? La biblioteca? His deep voice purred into my ear, and something caressed the tips of my cheek. I rolled around. But where I had felt his presence earlier was gone now. There was nothing. He was finally gone. A glimmer caught my eye. Small particles floated in the air like starlight. Just like the other night. So that was from him as well. I sighed, bringing my hand to my temple. Turning towards home, I felt overwhelmed. My body and mind reeled from all the answers, or lack thereof, and these new mixed feelings towards the stranger. My feelings are not mixed. He can stay away. Did you control yourself this time, Kuna? Yes, and you were right. She responded much more positively this time than last time. I can't believe you manhandled her. Actually, I can believe it. Perhaps you've forgotten, Keelam, but it's dangerous for us to be seen. At this time, I didn't think I had a choice. Well, we're lucky she was willing to even give you a chance, given your previous behavior. So did you end up learning anything this time, Kuna? She will be able to help us, I'm sure of it. And based on tonight, I think there is a way to convince her. Medina. Apologies. I never thought a day like this would arrive. Agreed. I was surprised myself. The court could use this. Even if it's just for the sake of hope. Continue observing her until it's time. We must be careful. Otherwise, everything could backfire. Understood. Make sure you don't scare her off again. Be good. Don't worry, you've nothing to worry about. Chapter 3, Fading Dusk. Okay. This time, we're gonna pause for now. Be good. Oh my goodness. I have to say, this is a really, really well-created visual novel. I 100% recommend it. I love the lore. I love the implementation of dragons and the Fae. I'm really enjoying the characters. Even when I joke around, I'm like, I hate this guy. It's because the writing is good. If I ever hate a character, it's because the writing is good. Okay, if I'm apathetic about a character, that's worse than me hating them, to be honest. So I'm glad that they were able to evoke those emotions from me and make me care so deeply with such a short amount of time. The art is beautiful, the UI is beautiful, the music is wonderful. The whole time, it's like, it's such a treat to the mind. And I've really am thankful to have been given this chance to play through as much of the game as we did. 3.5 hours, however, my voice is sort of crumbling. I did better this time, though. I think because I have the intermittent voice acting, it's easier for me to get through as much of it as I did. But it really met my expectations. I'm really happy. This might be my favorite VN that we've played recently on this channel. And maybe you guys let me know if you want me to continue it. Let me know. But of course, you can find this on Steam, and as we have seen, there's a lot of directions you can go, a ton of replayability, so be sure to check it out on your own. ALARIS on Steam. I think it's also on itch.io. I'm not sure. I think it is. And, oh, gosh. Thank you all for being here. It always means so much when you all come and hang out with me. I have such a good time with all of you. You really make streaming special. Let me see what friends we have. Where are our friends? If you're on Twitter, then this is where I bid you adieu. However, if you... Not Twitter. What? If you're on YouTube. Why did I say Twitter? Freudian slip. If you're on YouTube, this is where I bid you adieu. If you're on Twitch, I'm gonna throw you over to someone who I'm not sure. I'm working on the who. We haven't rated Melodist in a long time, and they're playing Lost Ark. So we're gonna go over and say hi to Melodist. They frequently come by, so go and give them lots of love. Thank you again, and remember, just genuinely, please make sure to take care of yourself. Make sure to get something to eat, something to drink, do a big stretch, and rest, because you deserve it. You really do. And as always, never forget, you always have a home here. Bye-bye.